Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have some reaction videos for you. I watched 3 torturous videos. I hate these. You guys love them, so I'm gonna keep them coming. But I definitely do put an educational twist on this so that we can all learn something and grow and get better and perfect our technique and our skill set. So keep watching and I hope you enjoy. Let's see what we got here first. Oh God. No, I feel like I've seen this one. Yup. The nail. Okay, if I'm trying to keep this educational. First of all, freaking hilarious. I remember when I first saw this one, I'm pretty sure these girls are in school, in aesthetic school when they took this video, but gloves. We gotta be wearing gloves. Come on, we gotta be wearing gloves. And then this is a prime example. It's actually good timing. I just finished filming a training video where I did my cousin's nose for his first time, and I went over exactly this. Super common mistake I see is leaving the wax in for too long. So that's what happened in this case, was it just set way too long. So you want to remove it when it's still a little bit tacky. But this is just, I mean, it's hilarious. Okay, so if this happened to you, how would you get it out? Honestly, this is one of those times I wouldn't add more wax and add a stick because it's kind of beyond that. It's not going to properly adhere. What I would do is get my hand and really lift the bridge of her nose, and you're just going to try to get as good of a grip as you can and pull out. Now, if after 1 or 2 times of trying that with just your fingers, it doesn't work, then you'll get some tweezers and get a really good grip on that with some tweezers and just pull quickly. The biggest thing is it may take a few pulls, but each pull needs to be really quick. You cannot hesitate, or else you're going to really be causing discomfort to your client. So tweezers is honestly probably one of what wouldn't be needed in this case. All right, next video. Let's watch. This looks terrible. I see the cover photo already. This is so bad. Oh my. Bruh. Okay. You guys already know. Way too much wax. Like, we gotta do sections at a time. Now, I have to give it to her. First of all, she's wearing gloves, so very good. Secondly, she is applying the wax in the direction of the hair growth, but this is definitely looking like it's a potential DIY, like at-home wax thing going on here. So way too much wax. We got to section it off so that we are also removing at the right timing. The wax that she originally laid versus the wax she's currently laying are now on completely different setting times. So this is not going to end well. I already can see that. And she just keeps going. All right. Okay, before the pull, hear that tap? That means it's been setting way too long. You really want to be removing your strips when it has a little tackiness, not that hard like plastic feel there. So, all right, let's see. Okay, it's coming off a little bit better than I expected, I have to say. But side note, you can actually wax directly over the nipples with hard wax if you properly prep. All right. Look at his face. Poor guy. Funny story, I've actually had a guy go into shock on me on my treatment table. Like, I know I talked about it in one of my podcast episodes or maybe a training video, but it was at European Wax Center and it was super gnarly. I'm not saying this guy is going into shock, but the look on his face just reminded me of that situation. This is actually coming off a little bit better than expected. What makes me nervous is I see not really any pinpoint bleeding, which I'm suspecting a lot of these hairs are actually breaking rather than all of them being pulled from the root. Definitely some are definitely coming from the root. You can see from his reaction. If all the hairs were breaking, it actually wouldn't be that painful for him because you're not removing from the root. But I am nervous about his skin after this service. Like a day or two, he can definitely start experiencing some ingrowns, and like this technique is questionable. Look at his face. Poor guy. He hasn't screamed. Impressive. Oh my God. Okay, so see all that hair left up top? That's because that wax has been just really sitting a long time. So what actually happens when the wax strip sits too long, the wax actually creates like an encapsulation around the hair rather than still being adhered to the hair. So when it creates that capsule, when you go to remove, it just pops off rather than it having a solid grip and removing the hair with it. So that's why you guys hear me always saying you really want to be removing the strip when it's still tacky, because that means it's still attached to the hair. Its face. All right, that actually went a little bit better than I expected. So, all right, let's see. We have one more. All right, let's see. These kill me, by the way. I hope you guys know. I do this for you because you guys seem to love this. Oh, God. Oh, they have mustaches.
We'll just get talked. You're like, how was that? You're like, we did just go in. I don't think I did this right. This is not a good idea. It looks like I had two big tampons. How much force does it take to rip off the human?
Okay, so I've seen these sticks, these nose waxing sticks. I feel like in theory, they're like not a terrible idea. Definitely can be useful. But again, it's the timing. It's the letting the wax just sit way too long. Like you don't want to be doing all these services at one time. So it might be a little bit painful for them for the removal, not as effective as they're going to hope, and it really can lead to the potential of tearing the mucous membrane. But with using this type of stick specific for nose waxing, at least it's keeping them from going too deep into the nasal cavity. So that's a plus here for sure.
Windows, because I think I'm there. Oh my God. No. 1, 2, 3. Oh, dude. I think I put too much on. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, you got to commit to the pull. You just got to commit to the pull.
I put way too much on. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Is my brain attached to that? Oh, wow, I almost peed.
Men are so dramatic, I swear.
That's not coming out. 1, 2.
Okay, the thing is though, is that nose waxing like does not have to be painful. So if they pulled it at the right timing, most of the time the reaction that I get is like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Like I literally just did a training video. I already mentioned that to you guys, but I just did a training video with the nose wax on my cousin for the first time. And that was his exact reaction. Like I was really terrified of doing this and it wasn't that bad. So overall, like whatever, it wasn't that bad. I do kind of want to test out these sticks. So if you guys know where I can get my hands on these, let me know. Or better yet, if you have some of these on hand, send them my way. I'd love to do a video trying these out. But all right, I'm done being tortured for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. If anything, the biggest takeaway should be setting time matters. Removing the strip when it's the proper consistency really, really makes a world of difference, and it really does matter both for you getting an effective removal and for the client's comfort as well. All right, thank you guys for watching. Tune back in next week. Every Monday we have a podcast episode, and every Thursday we have a training video right here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and then I'll see you guys back next week.